This is Inside Indiana Business for the morning of Friday, July 21st, 2023. I'm Kate Sharon. The Indiana State Museum's IMAX Theater has seen record ticket sales for Oppenheimer and is the theater's highest-selling film post-pandemic. The 3-hour film has already outgrossed the entire run of blockbusters like Spider-Man: No Way Home, Top Gun: Maverick, and Avatar: The Way of Water by a wide margin. The theater is one of 19 in the nation and 30 in the world that can present the film the way director Christopher Nolan describes as the best possible experience. That's because those venues can support 70mm film, inviting intricate details to be visible, and a 1.431 aspect ratio, which fills the 6-story screen for an immersive experience. Theater manager Neil Johantkin.
IMAX film releases don't happen that often, so let's say they happen once every 4 or 5 years. That pent-up demand creates situations like this.
For a movie that has not yet premiered on the big screen, the theater has 6 sellouts and several more on the edge. Around 14,000 tickets have been sold thus far. Hundreds of thousands of Americans are heading back to the movie theaters for the highly anticipated same-day release of Oppenheimer and Barbie, with many aiming to attend a double feature of the two films that couldn't be more thematically different. The screen is the largest in the state, and Indiana is one of the only states in the region with a theater of this kind, meaning thousands in and out of Indiana are flocking to the venue for a one-of-a-kind viewing experience. CME Corporation announced plans Thursday to open a new corporate headquarters in Northwest Fort Wayne. The Allen County contractor will invest $5.8 million into the new facility. The building will replace the old headquarters in Southwest Fort Wayne. The new 22,000 square foot headquarters is scheduled to be completed in spring 2024. The company currently employs 82 people with plans to hire 3 or 4 new employees. More than 10,000 players, parents, and officials are descending upon Fort Wayne for the 19th annual State Wars United States Roller Hockey Championships. IIB's Alex Brown has more.
Billed as the largest inline skating competition in North America, the 14-day event brings over 280 teams from 8 countries to the Allen County city and is expected to generate more than $3 million in direct economic impact. Visit Fort Wayne says because of the impact of the event and the potential for the city to host it again, the tournament qualified for a sports grant from the city of Fort Wayne. State Wars President Tim McManus says the city is an ideal hosting site.
The city itself embraces our event. Everyone there, from Visit Fort Wayne to the restaurant owners, to the hotels, to the facility, everyone there just seems to really love the event. Makes us feel real special. You know, we don't get lost there like in maybe some major cities where you're just one of a million events they host. So there we feel like we get the royal treatment, they roll the red carpet out.
The event is being held at the Sports One Parkview Ice House in Fort Wayne, and it's the 5th time the city has hosted the event. State Wars generally rotates the annual event among 3 cities, Fort Wayne, Taylor, Michigan, and St. Peters, Missouri. McManus said he hopes to come back to Indiana in 3 years' time. Alex Brown, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
From the #1 source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
For 25 years, we've had the honor of telling the story of Indiana business. More than 1,300 shows, 8,000 interviews. We've traveled from Valparaiso to Versailles, Fort Wayne to Fort Branch, and everywhere in between. And we are just getting started. Our team is passionate about Indiana business because your story is worth telling. Join us every week as we travel the state to bring you Indiana's story. Inside Indiana Business, 25 years and counting.
Wine Spectator magazine named 19 Indiana restaurants in its 2023 Restaurant Awards. The annual program recognizes restaurants based exclusively on their wine service. Awardees are given one of 3 designations: the Award of Excellence, the Best Award of Excellence, and the Grand Award, with the latter being Wine Spectator's highest honor. 15 were given the Award of Excellence, and 4 received the Best Award of Excellence. Best Award of Excellence honorees includes restaurants in Roanoke, South Bend, Fishers, and Granger. Allegiant Fire Protection opened a second location in Valparaiso. It will offer the same services available at its original location in Aurora, Illinois. The facility is 5,000 square feet and next to the Porter County Regional Airport. It will add 10 to 12 employees over the next 12 to 18 months. The company said the new construction in the city shows tremendous opportunity and that businesses need an affordable fire protection partner. It also said there is potential to expand closer to Indianapolis. Food insecure Hoosiers throughout the state may see their food banks collect part of a $2 million state investment. 11 communal food assistance not-for-profits will receive state support, which officials say they hope provides the necessary resources to allow these organizations to distribute crucial meals to those in need. The amount was designated in the General Assembly's biannual budget. Grant amounts per community were determined by the Emergency Food Assistance Program. Indianapolis Indians broadcaster Howard Kellman is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, and entertainment, and beyond. I'm Kate Sharon for Inside Indiana Business, Radio on Demand.